And to the line for two. First is good. Second is good also. Detroit with the ball. Out the Duncan from the corner. And he's off. Bam. To Powell. Wiggins. Trying to work with the spin and the foul. Wiggins to the line for two. Harris with the foul. First shot rattles in. Second shot is good. Cade to the basket over Davion. And it's good. Back the other way. Hero. The penetration. Kick back out to Wiggs. Wiggs' shot is off. No good from three. Thompson draws the foul. Andrew Wiggins, the culprit. Gonna have to stay out of foul trouble there, Wiggs. Inbound to Duncan for three, and he's off 0 for 2 for Robinson early in the first quarter. Powell for three. Show him how to do it, Norm. Show him how to do it. Harris, the post to Stewart. He loses it. Davion penetration to Bam. To Wiggs. Hero to the hole. Block by Stewart. Norm with the rebound and the shot. He's off. Boy Wonder to Davion with the step back off the crossover, and he misses. Harris guarded by Hero in the post. Easy laying for the bigger, stronger Harris. Powell, beautiful layup. Cade jab step with the three, and it's good. Hero back with a quick three, and he misses. Fast pace so far here in the first quarter for both teams. Cade with the ball, guarded by Hero. Drives past Hero easily. Bam, guarded by Stewart. Out to Hero for three, and he's off. Hero 1 for 6. Excuse me, Miami 1 for 6. Early from 3-point land. Cunningham guarded by Davion. Pass to an open Duncan, and it's good. Easy 25-foot 3-pointer. Can't leave Duncan open like that. Bam looking to work from three, and he's good. Thompson loses the ball. Wiggins with the putback. Hero looking to work early. Bam to the basket. Kicked out to Davion for three. It's off. He's still trying to find their rhythm here early in the first. Down by 2. The lob to Stewart goes out of bounds. 4 Detroit turnovers here in the first quarter. Heat looking to knock off the first place team. Detroit on a 2-game losing streak. Bounce pass into Stewart over Khalil Ware, and it's good. Davion makes the second free throw. Detroit with the ball. Stewart over Ware. He misses. Wiggins with the ball. The drive, and he's fouled. Wiggins to the line for two. Cade trying to work. Jaden Ivey with the missed three. Bam with the rebound. Oh, Bam pass blocked. Turnover Detroit. Turnover Heat. Back and forth turnovers by both teams. Sloppy ball by both teams. Cunningham with the missed three. Khalil Ware with the handoff. Back to Ware. Jovic with the lob to Ware. Great pass. Jovic. Cunningham to the hole. Passes off to Thompson. And he makes it. Contested. Jovic turnover. Lawson Cole with the foul. Detroit with the ball. Cade to the basket, and he makes it. Cade with 9 points, 4 or 5 shooting. Lawson with the alley oop to Ware. Beautiful pass from Larson. Detroit back the other way. Ron Holland misses the lay-in. Out of bounds off Miami. Detroit will retain the basketball. 23 all. Timeout, Detroit. Competitive game so far here in the first quarter. The Heat have no Jaime today, so they must make up for his offensive production. Detroit, Duncan with the corner three off of the inbound pass. 26-23 Detroit. Tyler to the basket, off the glass, and he misses. Duncan to the basket, shot blocked, but the foul. Kalel Ware. Duncan slow to get up. Duncan Robinson to the line for two. Tyler Hero with the ball. Corner three where, and it's off. Detroit with the rebound. Pass deflected by Drew Smith. Out of bounds. Jenkins dribbles the ball off his foot. Turnover, Detroit. Inbound to Jovic. Jovic, the alley to where, broken up by Detroit. He trying to cut this lead down by 10. Hero with the ball to where, and he loses it. More sloppy basketball from the Heat at home. Detroit on a 17-2 run in the last 250. Jovic with the pass, point blank miss. Pella Lawson, a lid on the basket. The Heat can't seem to score. Very ugly first quarter, shooting 28%. Detroit having no issues at all. Block Tyler Hero. Drew Smith with the ball. End of the first quarter, Detroit leading 36-23. The Miami Heat having a very tough time scoring the basketball. Tyler Hero 0 for 5, 0 for 3 from 3-point range. Khalil Ware 2 for 4 with 4 points. The Heat look to turn the tables. Miami Heat has no Jaime tonight also. He's injured. He'll be out tonight. So they'll need some production from Jovic. He's been in a slump of late. They'll definitely need some production from Jovic tonight with Jaime, their sixth man, out for today, as well as Norman Powell and Tyler Hero. That was a very rough quarter to watch from the Heat. There was very little continuity. They had many easy shots that they seemed to miss, but hopefully we'll see some change here in the second quarter. Detroit had it their way, scored points in the paint, threes, layups, however they wanted it, they got it. The Heat have to figure it out if they want a chance in this game, facing the number one team in the Eastern Conference, coming off a 2-game losing streak at that. So they definitely don't want to lose 3 games in a row. So they showed up with their A game, looking to knock the Heat off at home. There in the first quarter, Miami shot 2 for 10 from 3-point range. Detroit 4 of 8, 50%. Detroit also led in assists with 10. Miami had 4 assists, 2 blocks for the Detroit, 1 for Miami, leading also in defensive rebounds with 10 to the Heat's 5, with 7 points off turnovers, with the Heat only having 3. Jovic with the lay-in, looking to complete a 3-point play to the line for 1. Jovic seeing action today with a DNP last game. He's been in a slump so far this season. He looks to rebound today, and he misses the free throw. Drew Smith with the rebound. Pass off the web with a beautiful dunk. Great assist by Drew Smith. 36-27 Detroit. Holland to the hole, misses the layup. Rebound Drew Smith. Foul called on Detroit. Shooting foul. Drew to the line for 2. First shot up and in for Drew Smith. Second shot missed by Drew. Detroit coming back the other way. Duncan Robinson for 3, and it's off. Open shot for Duncan. He isn't going to miss too many of those. Drew Smith in the corner. To Jovic in the post on a smaller man, and he's fouled. Jenkins with his second. Drew Smith pass to Tyler. Tyler with the he's fouled. Tyler to the line for two. The Heat finding some consistency, getting to the free throw line here in the second. Tyler Hero 0 for 6 so far, looking to score his first points of the game from the line. First shot is good. Second shot is good. The Heat down by 6. 7-0 run by the Heat. Duncan Robinson with the ball. Paul Reed, guarded by Ware. Travel. Tyler. Close range shot, but Ware tips it in for two. Timeout Detroit 9-0 run by the Heat. Coming out strong here in the second quarter with points in the paint and free throws. Detroit came out here cold in the second quarter. Calls a timeout to try to stop the Miami Heat run. Miami on a 9-0 run to start the second quarter. Miami Heat 12 for 15 from the free throw line. Detroit only 2 of 2. That's definitely changing the game for the Heat. Heat only 2 for 10 from the 3-point line, shooting 20%. The Heat also having a bad 3-point performance in their last game, shooting 5 for 20. The slump continues. Miami only shooting 33% from the field. 9 for 27 so far, with Detroit 15 for 27 at 55%. The free throws have gotten Miami back in this game. They look to continue. Cunningham back in the game, and Detroit turned the ball over. Tyler for three, and it's good. 12-0 run Miami in the last 2 minutes. Heat turning up the defense. Another turnover there, but it's a kick ball on the Miami Heat. 12 straight points to start the second quarter for Miami. Thompson with the ball to Duncan. Paul Reed with an open corner three. No one looked to step out, and he makes the easy three-pointer. Jovic with the ball. He drives on Duncan. Left-handed layup is off by Jovic. Thompson the other way. Duncan with the ball. Looking to work on the drive. Over Khalil Ware. Beautiful lane by Duncan. The Heat lose the ball. Detroit back with another deuce. The lead back up to 8 just like that for Detroit. Detroit on a 7-0 run in the last minute. Drew Smith misses a lay-in. Cade with the ball. To the hole, Cade. Lay-in for Cade. Just like that, Detroit on a 9-0 run. After the Miami Heat go on a 12-0 run. Tyler with the step-back jumper. He's off. Khalil Ware with the tip-in. 8 points for Khalil Ware. They're going to need some production. Tyler Hero is 1 for 9. Khalil Ware is the only one so far with some offensive consistency, shooting 5 for 7, 10 points. Tyler for 3, he's off again. Got to get the ball out of Tyler's hands. Tyler's looking horrible right now. And K back the other way with the N1 to the line for 1 to complete the three-point play. Miami Heat bringing Davion Bam back in the game. Tyler to the bench. Andrew Wiggins and also the Heat bringing reinforcements. Cade misses the free throw. Davion to Lawson. Lawson to the hole. Passes out of the double. Wiggins for 3, and it's good. 47-40, Detroit Pistons. Wiggins with 9 points, 2 for 3 from the field. Powell checks in. Lawson with the steal. On the run, Wiggins. Beautiful land. Miami Heat showing some life. 47-42 Detroit. Corner 3, and it's good. Green with the three-point shot. Great shot by Javonte Green. Norman Powell to Davion. The lay-in, and it's good. He's showing some life. Cade with the 3, and it's off. Bounces off the rim. Bam with the rebound. He pushing the ball, but he throws the ball away. Thompson with the steal. Stewart trying to back down Bam. Left hand layup over Bam. 4 points for Stewart. 2 for 3 from the field. Norman Powell looks a bit passive. Not very aggressive right now. Only 2 for 4 with 6 points. Bam with 5 points. 1 for 2. Social JWA. Let's go Heat. I hear you, man. Tyler definitely needed to go to the bench. He's on the bench right now where he needs to be. Definitely playing some ugly basketball early. The Heat need to rebound ASAP. We haven't been seeing the production from Norman Powell since he's been back in Tyler Hero. So I don't know if there's some correlation there, social. But he's definitely been passive. Harris with the step back jumper. Easy deuce. But we got a whole second half to play social. 5 minutes left here. Maybe some things to change. Pella Lawson with a 3-pointer there. He back within 5. Cade. Defending Cunningham. Cunningham straight to the hole. Misses the lay-in. Pass out to Harris for 3. And that's good. It was a lot of attention showed to Cunningham on that one. He forgot about the perimeter. Ivy back the other way to the hole, and he's fouled to the line for 2. I think Spo needs to continue to stagger Hero and Powell's minutes as he is now. Powell seems very, very, very passive with Hero in the ball in the game, and I think he needs to stagger their minutes. They're not looking very well together on the court. Hero's gonna be Hero. Hero's gonna shoot, but Powell seems to be holding back a bit too much. And this entire season, he's been going crazy in the first half, the first quarter. He's been starting out very strong, and he only has with 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. He only has 4 shot attempts. This is very uncharacteristic for him, and the Tyler Hero being back in the lineup has definitely changed things for him. Rebound, Bam. The Heat are also down Jaime, so they're gonna definitely need some offensive production. Powell for 3, and he's off. Another foul, Miami. Ivy to the line for 2. 10-point lead by Detroit. First free throw was good. Davion with the pass to Bam. Beautiful floater for Bam. Offensive foul, Detroit. Tyler Hero back in the game. Let's see if he can change his fortune so far today. He's been horrible. 1 for 10, 1 for 5 from three. The Miami Heat have very little to no offense in this first half of the game. Cunningham to the hole. Misses the free throw. Misses the layup. Wow. Cunningham runs straight into Bam. The ball goes out of bounds. No foul called. Out of bounds on the Heat. This is crazy. Miami Heat challenge. I don't know. All those who aren't very fond of Tyler Hero is going to have a field day today. And I think maybe we can definitely not assume, but we can definitely agree that there is some correlation between Norman Powell's slump and Tyler Hero's return. They definitely have to figure out how to play with each other. Or Coach Spo has to continue to stagger their minutes because I see no reason for Norman Powell only having 5 attempts at this point in the game. 2:53 remaining in the second quarter. Norman only has 2 field goals with 5 attempts. Bam only having 2 field goals made with 4 attempts. Yeah, he definitely will social. I believe Spo will figure it out. Detroit's offense isn't so overpowered that we can't stop it. I just feel like the Heat are giving up way too many easy shot attempts and a lot of points in the paint. A lot of points in the paint so far. There are way too many easy points in the paint. It definitely looks worse than what it is. I'm here looking at the stats. Detroit only has 11 points in the paint. Um, Only shooting 7 for 14 from three. Miami Heat is shooting 5 for 15 from three. But the box score does definitely doesn't tell the tale of the game. Because when you look at the box score, everything looks pretty even, but the score is far from even. The score is far from even. Yes, definitely some offensive confusion, social. Yes, Durian is out and they're still doing what they want. Just imagine if he was in. But we're also down Jaime, and Jaime is major for us off the bench. Six man of the year so far. He definitely brings some energy and physicality off the bench. Fontecchio has yet to see the game. Also, I don't know why Spo isn't giving him any points, any minutes rather. Jovic is continuing to struggle, yet he gives Jovic the minutes. I don't know what's going on with the rotation, but I believe Fontecchio deserves some minutes. Maybe he can give us a spark off the bench with his 3-point shooting. and he's also a decent defender also, so he won't hurt us defensively. But I definitely want to see Fontecchio with some minutes, being that Powell is struggling the way that he is right now. Powell just missed another point blank rebound, a easy land. He's struggling. Ay, ay, ay. Detroit 65-51, 145 remaining, 11-2 run. Hero finally makes a three. Hopefully that gets him a little warmed up. 120 remaining. Cade straight to the basket. No resistance. 17 points for Cade, 8 for 14. Powell trying to work. Passes it off the Bam. Bam misses the point blank floater. Loose ball foul on Norman Powell. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Detroit by 13. Duncan with the pass. Paul Reed with the jump hook. Duncan with the assist. Powell for three. And he makes it. Norman Powell with 9 points, 2 for 4 from three. Miami's giving up 40 points in the paint so far. That's definitely an issue. Yeah, Cunningham is just having his way in the paint right now. Every time I look up, he's getting a layup. 40 points in the paint is ridiculous. Detroit with 71 points. Very little resistance right now. And that's it, folks, for the first half. 71 points. First half for Detroit to 59 for the Heat. The lead definitely isn't insurmountable, but the Heat definitely have to figure something out on both sides of the ball. Giving up way too many points in the paint and not scoring close to anything on the other side of the ball. Tyler 2 for 11. Wiggins 3 for 5. Bam 2 for 5. Pella Larson's 1 for 3. Spoelstra's definitely gonna have to figure something out, both defensively and offensively. Cade with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Harris with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and just overall good. Duncan Robinson also with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and just overall good team basketball by Detroit. A bunch of fives, a bunch of sixes. Nothing stands out too crazy besides these points in the paint. And Detroit definitely playing some decent defense right now. I don't know if it's good defense or bad offense by the Heat, but either way, equal to 59 points for the Heat in that first half. 11 points is nothing. I've seen 25-point leads disappear in this league, 20-point leads disappear in this league. So that's definitely nothing. The Heat could definitely can figure it out and cut this lead and come back, but they have to definitely lock in defensively and play some better team basketball on the offensive end. They have a great record from home so far, 9-1 at home. So they're definitely going to defend home court with all they got in the second half, and I look forward to it. At the half. How you feeling so far, social? Yes, very very bad. It's definitely a revenge game for Duncan. It's definitely a revenge game for Duncan. He came out shooting, shooting, shooting. I knew he wanted to do something major tonight against his old team. This is definitely one of the worst performances that I've seen the Heat have this year so far. And I hate to say it, I don't think Tyler's hurting the team, but the team definitely had to adjust with him coming back. These last 3 games, you've seen guys that have been rather consistent throughout the season. They aren't consistent right now. And I believe that it definitely is Tyler that they're still trying to adjust to playing with Tyler. I believe the first 2 games, Tyler didn't come out going crazy, playing selfish basketball. I don't think he's playing selfish basketball right now, but I believe he's a little more aggressive and taking his shots. I believe the first 2 games Tyler came out and he played more team basketball. But today he's definitely a little more offensive minded, which is not paying off because he's only 2 for 11 and 2 for 6 from 3 point range. But Norm definitely has to find a voice, and when I say voice, I mean aggression. He has to go for his. Sometimes players are so unselfish that it hurts them, and Bam is a prime example of that. For so many years, we wanted Bam, Bam, just go get it, Bam, Bam, just do it, and Bam was just so unselfish, and Bam is definitely showing much more aggression this year. He's coming out the gate, first quarter. He's starting out strong. He's trying to play a little more aggressive this year, which I respect, and I definitely appreciate that. But I think Norman Powell is one of those guys who is so unselfish, and that he'll defer and defer, and then he'll try to figure it out later. But sometimes that throws your rhythm off. That you're deferring so much, and Sometimes players think that they can just flip the switch and just turn it on, and it doesn't always work that way. So I think he's been deferring so much, and then he decides, okay, I'm gonna turn it on now, but then he's missing. And in the games that we've seen Norm successful this year, he's come out the gate 10 points in the first quarter, 20 points in the first half. You know, we seen one game this year where he was just doing bad, and he came out in the fourth quarter. He scored about 15 points in the fourth quarter. I forgot what game that was. But overall, this year, we've seen Norm come out the gate aggressive. And now that he's deferring in the first and the second quarter, he's trying to turn it on, and it just isn't working for him. So I think that they got to get him going a little earlier. And Tyler has to realize that also and be a team player. You have to know he's been on the sideline this whole. He's been on the sideline this entire season. He's been watching Norman work. He has to understand, like, okay, we have to get this guy going early. And I believe that it would be easier for Tyler to get going a little later rather than Norm, in my opinion. So I think he needs to allow Norm to be a little more aggressive in the first half, and I think Tyler needs to pick it up in the second half a little more. Play team basketball and pick it up in the second half. Because I don't think that there's a coincidence that Norm has been playing this way in these last 3 games. Now that Tyler's back and he's no longer the number one option. So I think Spo also being the coach, he needs to realize that also and give Norm more looks. You'll run more sets for Norm early, get him going early. Because this role here that he's been granted due to the return of Tyler, it's not working. It's just not work. It's not looking good at all. And they need to figure it out. Because as the season goes on and guys get more banged up, these knees start hurting a little more, these ankles and guys missing games and this and that. They need to figure this out ASAP before it's too late and they go on these 3 and 4 game losing streaks. And I think this is a better team than that, but it's definitely possible. Because I feel like for so long the Heat needed that number one option. They were a team that were lacking a number one option for so long. And I don't know if that's going to end up hurting them. I'm gonna grab me some water, maybe a small snack, and I'll be back for the start of the third quarter. We may have maybe 4 to 5 minutes before the third quarter begins. I'll just grab some refreshments. I'll be right back. Yeah, the shot chart was definitely looking horrific. All those points in the paint. Definitely got to figure that out. Bam definitely has to lock in. Khalil will also missed alley oop the Bam. Fouled on the shot attempt to the line for two. Bam to the line for two. First shot, no good. He has definitely been also showing a lot of inconsistencies from the free throw line. Also, the free throw line performance from the line has definitely been up and down this season. We definitely have to lock in also with these free throws. Second shot made. Cade with the ball. The drive on Davion. Kicked out to Harris. And it's off. We definitely need them shooting 3-point shots. No more points in the paint. Davion to the hole. Over Cunningham, and it's good. 6 points for Davion. We need him to lock in also. The double team on Harris. Stewart for three. He's off. Yes, that's what we need. Two straight 3-pointers in a row. And throws the ball away. What are we doing? What are we doing, Miami? Good defense. And then a bad pass by Norm. Duncan Robinson to the hole. Over Hero. He misses the layup. Wiggins. The Euro over Harris. Great finish. Great finish. Andrew Wiggins, 15 points. Carrying the heat offensively. Stewart, a missed layup, but he gets his own rebound that makes it with the foul. Yeah, Bam was out on the perimeter. Bam got caught out there on the perimeter. Had Norman Powell and Tyler Hero in the paint trying to guard Stewart. That will never end well. Foul on Norman Powell. He completes the 3-point play. Tyler to Davion. Davion to the hole. He misses the layup. A Thompson straight to the hole once again. Way too easy. Way too easy. Saw Thompson with the lay-in. '78-64 Detroit. 9:26 remaining. Davion with the ball. Bam with the pick to Powell. Back to Davion to the hole over Cunningham, but he misses another layup. Wow, how was that a foul? Foul called on Tyler. Stewart back to the line. It looked like a good swat by Wiggins, man. It looked like Wiggins got all ball on that. This may be one of those games that Spo may need to play big. Maybe put Khalil Ware in at center and allow Bam to probe because Bam keeps getting caught out there on the perimeter. Allow Bam to probe, switch, do what he likes to do, and allow Khalil Ware to maybe play the paint a little more. Wiggins, nice lay-in. Cunningham, guarded by Tyler. Harris to the hole over Wiggins, and he makes the flow to Tyler for three, and he's good. Wow. Davion, bam, from the corner, misses the three. More points in the paint. Thompson, the story continues of Detroit's ability to just get whatever they want in the paint. They came out in the third quarter, much of the same we've seen throughout the game. Detroit is just destroying Miami in the paint. Even Duncan is getting in on the party. 86-69, Detroit Pistons. Detroit is showing why they're the number one team in the Eastern Conference today. I thought that the Heat would have a better showing against the Detroit Pistons, but so far I've been wrong. Cade Cunningham, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Duncan Robinson with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Tobias Harris, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Um, Tobias and Cade have been living in the paint for much of the game with very little resistance coming from the Miami Heat defenders. Cade is just shooting the ball straight over Davion. Davion is just a little too small, man. Davion is a pit bull. I love him. Amazing defender, a lot of heart. But the Cade matchup seems to be a bit too much for him. Wiggins misses a layup off the timeout. Cade throws the ball away. Heat ball. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it if you do. Definitely love to see you back. Harris on a fast break, straight to the hole with a lay-in. 88-69, Detroit Pistons. Detroit on a 15-5 run in the last 4 minutes. Norman Powell, three-pointer, made with the foul, looking to complete the 4-point play. Foul on Duncan Robinson. Norman Powell looking to get some consistency offensively. That foot might have been on the line. Let's see what they say. They're counting it as a 3 to the line to complete the 4-point play. And it's good. Heat down 16. 6 minutes remaining. Heat go to the zone. Cunningham slashing through the lane. Khalil Ware with the rebound. Yes, now Spoelstra looks to be playing big now. Norman Powell with the travel. Spo must have heard me. He's playing big. Khalil Ware's in the game. Playing alongside Bam Adebayo. It took him long enough. It took you long enough, Spo. Yikes, man. They had to score 50 points in the paint for you to do this. It's all right. Cunningham throws the ball away. Maybe the Heat can get some momentum going after that 4-point play. Davion with the ball. Pass out to Bam. Bam to the hole. Oh, and he's fouled. Foul on Isaiah Stewart. To the line for 2. This is definitely what the Heat need. They're getting points. The clock is stopped when they're at the line. The clock isn't moving. They're able to score points. Maybe they can cut this lead down going into the fourth quarter with a nice run. Bam makes the first free throw. We haven't seen much of Tyler here in this third quarter. Bam misses the second free throw. Cade with the ball. He receives the pick. Ivy in the corner. Pass off to Reed. With the 10-foot jumper by Reed. Wiggins to the hole. Fast break. Beautiful laying for Andrew Wiggins. 19 points, 6 for 9. The only Heat player showing any real offensive consistency up until this point. Cunningham with the ball to Ivy to the corner. Reed with the three, and he's off. Bam with the rebound. Wiggins, three, and it's good. Let's go, Wiggs. 9 points in the quarter for Wiggins. Timeout, Detroit. Lead cut to 12. 4:33 remaining. He's showing some life. I don't feel that Detroit is doing anything that the Miami Heat can't stop or can't figure out. I just think that we've been slumped and just not playing good basketball today. But I feel that if the Heat buckle down, we can cut this lead in half going into the fourth quarter with the defense looking a little better on the other end. Andrew Wiggins, 22 points, shooting 7 for 10, 70% field goal percentage, 2 for 3 from 3-point line. Definitely keeping the Heat alive right now with his energy, with his offensive play. We need more of that going into the fourth quarter. I don't see why Spo isn't giving Khalil Ware maybe a little more minutes right now. He only has 13 minutes. All of the other starters, Tyler, Davion, Bam, Wiggins, Powell, all with 23 plus minutes in the game. Khalil Ware has 13 minutes. He has 10 points and 6 rebounds. So I think we definitely need a big body in there with the way that Detroit has been scoring in the paint. It slowed down a bit here in the third quarter. But I definitely would like to see a big body down there. He had Khalil Ware and Bam play for just a few minutes. The Heat don't have another big. I guess that's why he's staggering their minutes at this point. The Heat are weak at the center position, and the way that Jovic has been playing, I don't think Spo even wants him on the court at all. He has 8 minutes so far in the first half, and he didn't look too good to me. He had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He wasn't looking too good, so I guess Spo decided just to keep him out of the game. So I'm guessing this is the reason why we don't see much Bam and Ware minutes, which we definitely need right now. But we'll see what happens. Duncan misses the three, but they get their own rebound. Duncan with another shot, and he makes the three this time. Can't allow Duncan Robinson to have back to back shots like that. He's definitely too great of a shooter. Davion the Norm. Let's go, Norm. You got Duncan on you now. Let's go, Norm. Float over Duncan. 14 points for Norman Powell. Duncan Robinson with the ball to Cade. Guarded by Norm Powell. Cade with the step back jumper, and it's good. Over Norm. 23 points today for Cade. Wiggins with a three. He's off. Reed in the paint. Guarded by Khalil Ware, and he just lays it up over Ware. Very little resistance there for Khalil. We need Khalil to hit that weight room. Norman Powell with the three. 97-83. Detroit. 2:48 remaining in the third quarter. Detroit by 14. Davion with the ball. Excuse me. Cunningham pass off the Reed. The lob. And he misses. Great defense by Khalil Ware. Pass to Norm. Norm looks like he's ready to work. Oh, whoa. Thank you. The ref looked like he didn't want to call that foul. Foul Detroit. Foul Jaden Ivey. First shot made by Norman Powell. Davion Bam and Mitchell out. Tyler back in. Drew Smith, Pella Larson all check in. Let's see how these Tyler Norm minutes work out. Hopefully they can build some continuity. Hasn't looked so good so far. Heat down 12. Cunningham straight to the hole once again. Lord God. Easy deuce Cunningham. Khalil Ware with 3 tries under the basket. He finally makes one. 12-point lead Detroit. Detroit back to the hole and he's blocked by Khalil Ware. Norm. The fast break and he makes it. Let's go. 10-point lead Detroit. 21 points for Norm. Finding some consistency right now. 9-2 run Heat. The last minute and a half. Ivy step back jumper. He misses. Reed gets the rebound. And he's fouled. Oh, man. Momentum looked to be going in the Heat's direction a bit. This foul definitely slows down the pace. What Detroit wants at this point with the Heat on a run. Paul Reed, first free throw, trickles in. Norman Powell heads to the bench. Jovic back in. No minutes yet for Fontecchio. Lord God. Oh my God. Why can't we get some minutes from Fontecchio? Look at this. Look at this. Soon as Jovic gets in the game, throws the ball right to the other team. Fast break, easy deuce, dunk. Just assist to the other team. Oh my God. Another turnover. Drew Smith. Foul on Drew Smith off the turnover. Oh no, excuse me. Jovic. The foul is on Jovic. Oh my God. Sometimes Spoelstra, he gets so stuck in his ways sometimes, man. Soon as he checks Jovic in the game, a turnover. Back to back turnovers, and then he fouls the guy. Lord God. Oh man, Jovic is not making it any easier for himself. 9 minutes for Jovic. 5 turnovers. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Tyler with the ball forces a shot and misses. The shot clock was down to about 5. I don't blame you on that one, Tyler. And Tyler's on the ground, slow to get up. Ivy hits a three. Just like that. 108 to 89. Tyler Hero's limping. Oh boy. Jovic with the ball. Hero for three. He misses. Rebound, Drew Smith. Layup. Great shot by Drew Smith. End of the third quarter. 108-91. Detroit. The Miami Heat can't seem to get out of their own way. The Heat can't seem to get out of their own way. Cut it to 10. Right back up to 17. Sloppy play from the Heat. Could have been going into this fourth quarter. 10-point lead, maybe 8-point lead at best. And the Miami Heat just fall apart once again with about 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. No Jaime, no Fontecchio. Two players that were vital to the winning streak for the Heat, the consistency that the Heat showed up until the return of Tyler Hero. Two of the players that showed great play, great consistency on both sides of the ball. One is injured and one has 0 minutes. With another player with 10 minutes on the floor with 5 turnovers, and Spoelstra just doesn't give Fontecchio not even 3 minutes, not even 5 minutes of play. I don't get it sometimes. I know he wants to help the young player, work out of his slump. But if you see early that he just doesn't have it tonight, give someone else a chance. Larson to the line for two. He makes both free throws. Detroit the other way. Hero with the defense. Dennis Jenkins. Beautiful shot over Tyler Hero. Drew Smith to Pella Lawson. Wiggins trying to work. Tyler from the corner. Three. Hero with 16 points today. Detroit. Paul Reed with the floater. That is good. Drew Smith the other way. Makes the lamb with the foul to the line for one to complete the 3-point play. The Heat have to figure it out if they want to get back in this basketball game. He completes the 3-point play. Drew Smith with 6 points for the evening. Harris with the ball past to Cunningham. Reed with the ball in the paint. Cunningham step back. He's off. Wiggins with the rebound. Drew misses the open three. Harris posting Hero. Back to Cunningham. Guarded by Wiggs. The rejection, Khalil Ware. Back to Ware, he misses the lay-in. Turnover Miami. Khalil Ware with the illegal screen. Detroit 115, Heat 99. 8:41 remaining. Pistons lead by 14. Miami showing some grit the past few minutes. Cunningham with the missed layup. Andrew Wiggins showing a lot of heart right now. 9 for 14, 26 points. Davion to the hole. Foul on Cunningham. He cut this lead down to 14. 4 minutes remaining. Let's see what they can do. Pistons over the limit with 4:25 remaining. Maybe Miami can take advantage of that. First free throw is a miss. He definitely need these free throws. It's crunch time. Davion makes the second. Cunningham brings the ball up. What is this? Foul away from the ball on Norman Powell. K to the hole over Wiggins. Great land over Wiggins. Wiggins draws the foul. Second free throw up and in. Wiggins 2 for 2 from the line. 129, 116, 354 remaining. Cunningham guarded by Davion. And it's the steal. Davion fast break. Heat. Powell looking for the three, but he doesn't take it. Pella Lawson. Oh man. Pella Lawson loses the ball. Turnover Miami. Duncan. Whew. With the rainbow laying over Bam. Great layup. Duncan Robinson. Bam over Stewart with the hook. Up and in. 131, 118. Detroit. Cunningham receives the pick. Stolen from behind by Powell. The alley oop to Wiggins and one. Great finish by Wiggins. 30 points for the night, 10 for 15. Three-point play, Andrew Wiggins. 10-point game with 2:30 remaining. The Heat have to lock in defensively here if they want to get back in the game. Heat on a 14-4 run in the last 3 minutes. Pass to Assault. He misses but gets his own layup. Norm to the hole, and he makes it. Mitchell with the steal. Heat on a 10-0 run. That's off Bam. Oh yeah, that's definitely off Thompson. The Miami Heat showing up in the last few minutes. Tyler Hero with a clutch 3-point shot. Davion Mitchell with some great defense also to cut this lead down. 5-point lead, Detroit, with 10 seconds remaining. It definitely seemed like a bit more time than this. Yeah, a minute 08 remaining. Heat down 5 with a minute remaining. Fouled on a 3-point shot. 55 seconds remaining. Norm Powell, 3 shots. Heads to the line for 3. Norman Powell, 3 for 3 from the free throw line to bring the Heat within 2. 50 seconds remaining. Heat 40 seconds remaining. Trying to stay in the game. Great shot by Cunningham there. That one definitely hurt with 20 seconds remaining. Yikes. The Heat have to score here and maybe they can play the foul game. But Cunningham with a clutch shot there, 20 seconds remaining, putting Detroit up 4. 20 seconds remaining. The Heat have to figure something out here. Some quick points and a foul is what the Heat need right now. Down 4 with 20 seconds remaining. Wiggins to inbound the ball to Norman Powell. Powell to the hole. Off his foot. Out of bounds. Norman loses the ball. That might be it for the Heat. That may be it for the Heat. He falls short tonight. A hard fought game coming down to the end of that fourth quarter. The Heat fought their hearts out, but they couldn't get out of their own way. I believe if they played throughout the entirety of the game, um, that 3 point loss might have been a 5 to 10 point win for the Heat. I believe coaching was subpar in Spoelstra tonight. I believe he gave Jovic way too many minutes and not giving Simone any. Um, I believe some of the rotations could have been better. The Heat were getting killed in the paint for much of the game, and he continued to play small ball. I don't know. I believe that maybe one or two changes in the game, things might have turned out a bit better. But at the end, the Heat only lost by 3 points. Um, it could have been worse. They definitely locked in a bit more offensively towards the end of the game. Um, Davion had some clutch play on the defensive end, which brought the Heat back. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Um, the Heat gave up entirely too many points in the paint, 60 plus points in the paint. And that, you can't beat a good team playing that way in that fashion. And that was really the tail of the game. Giving up all those points in the paint, the inability to stop Detroit in the paint, and the inability to stop late in the game. And also, once again, the dagger being Cunningham's short, a short shot by Cunningham, which was also in the paint. Um, Against 31 points tonight, 10 for 15, kept the Heat in the game as long as he could. He balled out tonight, 9 for 9 from free throw. Bam's 15 points, 10 rebounds. Norm stepped up big in the second half, 28 points. 3 for 6 from 3 point land. Davion is clutch tonight in his defensive effort. 7 points, but 10 assists, which was great for the Heat. Hero started off very slow. I believe 1 for 10 tonight, ended 6 for 17 with 24 points. 6 for 11 from 3 point land. And I believe just the major flaw tonight, which you usually see in the Heat's performances, is points off the bench. We had 9 from Drew Smith, 7 from Pelle Lawson, 12 from Khalil Ware, and 2 from Jovic. His performance tonight was definitely terrible. He had 5 turnovers and only about in 10 minutes, 1 for 3 from the field. That definitely hurt the Heat tonight. And Fontecchio's 0 minutes, I believe he could have done something for the Heat tonight. And I believe maybe in the future, Eric Spoelstra needs to look into getting him some more minutes. Now that Jovic is definitely in a slump, sit the young man down, let him reevaluate himself, and maybe he can get back in within a game or two, maybe a few games. Sit him out, let him reevaluate, let him get his composure back mentally, and maybe he can contribute in the future. But the Heat fall short tonight. Definitely a heartbreaking loss. This is a better team than what they performed tonight. I believe that they can